Stephanie, and welcome to Books and Bubbly. This is the playlist where I review books that I get all bubbly talking about while I sip some bubbly. And today I am going to be reviewing Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins, and I had to kind of dress to match it. But before I dive into the review, let's take a look at what the back cover promised. Alright. One island. Beautiful, wild, and strange. Moreau Island is a desolate spot in the middle of the Pacific Ocean with a mysterious history of shipwrecks, cannibalism, and even rumors of murder. It's the perfect destination for the most adventurous traveler to escape everything, except the truth. 6 visitors. Six stunning 20-somethings are about to embark on a blissful, free-spirited journey filled with sun-drenched days and intoxicating nights. But as it becomes clear that the group is even more cut off from civilization than they initially thought, it starts to feel like the island itself is closing in. Countless secrets. When one person goes missing and another turns up dead, the remaining friends wonder what dark currents lie beneath the impenetrable paradise, and who else will be swept under its secluded chaos. With its island gothic sensibility, sexy suspense, and spine-tingling reimagining of an Agatha Christie classic, Reckless Girls will wreck you. So, like I said in the July reading room, where I gave this a spoiler-free review, hint hint, there be spoilers ahead. But like I said, I took this on a cruise vacation to the Greek islands as I felt the whole island vibe and aesthetic would really immerse me in this reading experience, and it was a great fit. Although I do have to say, I didn't remember this from reading it when I bought it at Barnes & Noble. With its island gothic sensibility, the island is true, but what's the gothic part? I don't know. Anyway, I really ended up enjoying this. And I was honestly a bit worried as I'd seen some negative reviews and people generally feeling pretty blah about this thriller, but I ended up enjoying it. I felt that the book was fast-paced, intriguing, and the characters were unique and differentiated enough that I could always tell them apart. They each had their own motivations, and I will touch on that in a bit, and their own goals, and I really wanted to know what was going on with each of them and how they all ended up on this island. It really was the ideal locked room style island thriller, and I was really glad that I packed it for the trip. That said, there were some instances where characters did things that felt a little out of left field, like such as Nico sleeping with the character of Amma. So Amma and Brittany hire Nico to take them to Moreau Island. Nico agrees to go as long as his girlfriend Lux can come with them. And then he ends up cheating on Lux with Amma? Like, really? I get that Nico is a preppy, pretty rich boy pretending to do the poor sailor thing, but that kind of just felt at odds with how he seemed to be in his relationship with Lux prior to this. I also did not fully understand Lux sleeping with Jake. I get that she was caught up in the moment, but girl, no. I thought you were smarter than that. Minus some of the questionable choices, I felt Lux was a pretty decent protagonist. She wasn't falling under the umbrella of the too stupid to live protagonist and could actually use her head to figure things out. I think Hawkins did a great job with the use of the Robbie character, like this really creepy guy who shows up at the island, as he really is the right amount of creepy, but still believable. And he's able to take out their radios to ramp up the tension, but it's not in a super contrived way. It actually makes sense with the narrative of the story. I mean, he's really gross, and I kind of was waiting for him to show up dead. Though as soon as he showed up, everyone should have been locking everything up. Like, someone needed to be watching that man at all times. Like, he knew he was going to be a dangerous character. So I will say the ending of the book did drop my rating a little bit. As I don't know how Lux is suddenly okay with this life of cheating people and killing people and being all cunning. Like, where was this girl the whole novel? I mean, the theme of being a survivor was rammed down my throat, but I still also don't fully see it with her. I think if we'd seen her fighting for her life more, or explaining a past that really painted her as a survivor, I'd get it more. But I can't reconcile the Lux that we see at the beginning of the book with the Lux that we get at the end, who's propositioning this girl to basically start cheating her ex-boyfriend out of his money. I mean, while I'm confused, I'm not mad. This book didn't make me want to hurl it across the room like some of the other thrillers I've read recently have. But I'm not giving the book a free pass that easily with such an over-the-top ending. I also think that the book could have gone more in depth, especially on some of the backstories and motivations. It felt very surface level throughout the whole book, and I wanted to know more about why certain characters did what they did. Like, I definitely needed more story between Brittany and Amma. So Brittany and Amma met in a grief counseling group, and Brittany has every reason to be there because she has lost her entire family to a car accident, and then you find out that it was Amma's boyfriend who was drunk driving and got them in that accident. But the way it's written, it also sounded like Amma was with him, so I don't know how Brittany doesn't know that Amma's already connected to it, but I mean, basically Amma's just being a creepy psycho and like wanting to be friends with Brittany almost to like make amends for it, but that friendship seemed really weird. And we don't really see from Brittany's perspective what she's getting out of it. And again, like, I get Amma has guilt, but like, don't be a psycho stalker. Like, I needed to understand Amma better, especially if her boyfriend was still alive, because she goes around telling people that her boyfriend died. That's why she's going on like this big trip with Brittany. Okay, so if he's alive, why would you chance doing this with Brittany? And then why would you chance sleeping with Nico? Like, I just wanted some things to add up. And again, I wanted to understand Brittany a little bit more too. Speaking of Brittany, I also wanted more of an explanation around Brittany and Eliza's plan to con Jake. Like, I get it, but I wanted more. And I wanted to see how Eliza got back in Jake's good graces. I mean, she must be a hell of an actress. I do think, overall, that the reveals were well placed and plotted. Minus that ending, I really think Hawkins did a good job of making sure that the timelines fit and everything was revealed when it needed to be. I also think she did a good job of keeping the tension up as I was waiting for things to start going wrong and understanding who was conning who or why this journey was happening. The atmosphere in this is top tier. And really, I was creeped out by this paradise-like island, even though I wasn't on it. I could feel the heat. I could smell the ocean. I so wanted some of their crisp white wine that they were always drinking. I mean, truly, did Jake and Eliza pack 900 bottles of wine for like this 2 weeks that they're spending in paradise? I mean, my type of people, but also like, that's a lot of wine. I do think that Hawkins is a really good writer, and she's very good at describing settings and people. I could see this island, I could see our cast of characters quite clearly. The only time I struggled with Hawkins' writing was the climax where Eliza accidentally shoots Brittany, and then there's some action going on like with the gun before Lux gets a hold of it. I kind of got a little lost in the action and couldn't picture really what was going on. Action scenes were not the strong suit here, but that's also okay. That's not why I picked this up. You could, I guess, classify this as a popcorn thriller, and I'm here for it. For what it promised to be, it delivered. I really do think this was a great vacation read, as it was fun. I mean, outside of people dying, I guess. And it was engaging. And I'll continue to be checking out some of Hawkins' other titles to add to my to-be-read pile. Funnily enough, I found out that she also writes under the pen name of Erin Sterling and wrote the X-Hex, which I did not particularly enjoy. So it's funny to me how you can love an author's work in one genre and not be a fan in the other. Because again, I do want to look for more Rachel Hawkins work and add it to my to-be-read pile to understand if she is just going to be an auto-buy author for me like Megan Miranda has become, or if this is like a one-off hit that maybe I just really like this and I don't like her other stuff. But I'll never know until I try. So you tell me, have you read The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins? Let me know what you thought of it, or if I need to go out and like buy it right this second, since I did like Reckless Girls. Or please feel free to leave recommendations of islandy thrillers just like this. Otherwise, thanks for watching.